I wanted to wear the shirt, because brand new's back. Just want to throw that out there, guys. It's Lent. Chris, you give up anything?
Nah.
That's gonna be a no from me, dog. You know what I gave up? Not eating fish sandwiches. Because I'm gonna eat a shitload of fish sandwiches. No, I gave up not eating them, so I'm gonna eat them now.
I realize this at like sporting events. I'm not a participator. If someone's doing the wave, I'm not doing the wave.
I hate the wave. I think the wave is like one of the worst things ever. Producer Brandon's gonna hate me, but it's the worst thing ever at a fucking sporting event. Like, dude, we're here to watch the game and eat fucking hot dogs. Okay?
Producer Brandy's big on
she's big on the wave.
Together.
Yeah. Friendship.
Yeah.
We can beat the other team if we all do the wave, what do you
They say get loud.
Yes, and they got a little decibel bar going.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Okay, the question is, do you think that actually is reading anything? It's just automated, whoa.
If you were mad quiet, it would still be like.
Yeah, we're just like, hey, together we will be quiet, and just be like, yeah. So I think that, and I also I'm curious, what do you think of say you're playing center field or some shit. Yeah. And you just look around and they're doing the wave. You're like, you know what? I'm fucking hyped now, dude. I'm fucking hyped. Time to fucking catch this home run over the wall, because the wave got me going, right?
And he just points to the crowd. That was you with the wave.
Say what at Fenway? Don't do the wave?
Do the wave?
Oh, man.
Maybe.
Boston. Go figure. They all about the wave, not about winning. It's cool. Just fucking with you, man. Yeah, so I guess you want to get into it.
Yeah, that way, sounds like there's a lot of people in chat, so they could participate, because I'm sure we're gonna have some. This guy's a C guy, a B guy. We're gonna have some disagreements. We're gonna need to.
We're gonna need some help here. There's only two of us. We need a tiebreaker sometimes, All
right, so we should probably introduce what we're doing.
Right, good call. So we're here. We're here. I did have a ticker, but I don't see it anymore. Okay, is it down there? Is it down at the bottom?
The good news is it's a tier. It says. Oh yeah, it does say.
Yeah. Okay. So we're doing a tier list. We're gonna do best robots in movies and TV. I wanted to not include video games because there's just so many.
Yeah.
More, I guess. And it's just a tier list. I don't know what you want to put the basis behind, who's S or what, but oh, you're a Braves fan, yeah.
I feel like that's where the fun banter is gonna come in. Is you're gonna be like this dude.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe they're the most dopest, maybe the most useful, maybe the most pivotal to their movie or show kind of thing.
They
contribute, waste of space, I think one of the tier lists is going to be useless. I think that's what it's called. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this here screen up here. Ready? Boom. How's that looking?
Yeah.
All right, so we got an S tier, A tier, standard tiers, right? S, A, B, C, D, and then useless. So, you got any questions before we get started, Christopher?
I don't. I'm excited to rank some robots.
Rank some robots, dude. Nothing more important to do this weekend than rank some robots. Yeah. Tell you what. All right, Ed209 from Robocop. Do you remember him? You know, big.
This is actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was. This was one of the robot. You showed me the beginning of the tier list, and I'm gonna hit you with a hot take, brother. Never seen Robocop.
Oh, that is a hot take, man. I mean, oh man, the B1 Battle Droid making an appearance. B1 Battle Droid. Anyway. We're just, you never see Robocop? Man, so we got, okay. Put that on the list just to watch.
Yeah,
we can review it. You know, we should review it. I think I do sometimes enjoy, when we did They Live, I enjoyed watching a movie that you hadn't seen and then like I already knew, but like, or even if we didn't see it together, like the first time we watched it, like
For sure.
Talking Dirty After Dark. So like, you have no input on that 209.
I don't, but I will say, like I was like trying to Google who that was when like I was like looking at your tier list, and here's my thing about RoboCop. Doesn't some dude's dong get blown off?
Yeah, it's like a mugger. He like
Okay.
he like shoots him in the dong to get the chick free, and he's like, yeah, bam, because he's got like accuracy out the wazoo.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna put him at B. He is the main antagonist, right? So like, I mean,
Okay.
what do we got in the chat? Anything, Chris? It's hard for me to go back and forth. Let's see here.
He said RoboCop 3 out of 10. Will.
Jesus, Will, you don't like robots? Damn. Okay, so we're gonna go non-RoboCop just because Chris doesn't know what that is right now. The fembots.
Oh, I'd love to see female representation.
That's right.
And, I love boobies. So
you're a big booby guy.
Yeah. So fembots, a high tier robot. I'm gonna put him at B.
I'm seeing Mangle like you did mangle that guy, but you know what I will say before we get you said B. The one thing about Ed 209 is you got beat by RoboCop, bro. So I put him at A tier, then RoboCop gotta be an S. I think like he's above. He lost to him. You know what I mean? The fembots you got him in B. I do have him as a pretty solid shtick in the first movie. They came back.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but they also made Vanessa Kensington a fembot, which pissed me off because we're making the second.
Graham guy.
And I'm not a Heather Graham guy. I'm more of a Elizabeth Hurley guy. Sorry, So I mean, I'm not a Heather Graham guy. Don't get your words twisted here, bud. But I'll give.
Put that at B.
Put him at a B. We'll put him at a B. How's that?
Here's the thing. I'm a hard. There's like a large. I'm gonna have a lot of B's and C's because I like to make people work for the A, and I like there to only be 1 or 2 S's.
Sure, like it's like an exclusive club. Yeah. And we all like. Let's go with the one that might be an S to you.
Okay.
We go Bender.
Oh. Here, Bender would
B tier for the boober. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, B's on B's.
100%. So Bender out of this list.
Boob is for fouling. Hey, I'll fix the moderation. I'm gonna put it like lean. I'll figure out what the hell that is because this chat room's safe for boobs. Boob safe. Boob safe. Yeah. So you think Bender's at least A.
At least A. I want. Here's the thing. Are we able to
put an
like,
A for now?
Yeah. Are we able to reassess? Because like I think
Sure. Yeah. I think if you start putting too many people at like A, you could be like, hey, we got to drop one down or something like that. Yeah, that's 100. That's allowable.
Bender is an A at least, like you said. Like we know he's hovering in this tier, but he's potentially an S.
Potentially. I mean, like he's probably one of the funniest characters in the show.
100%.
And
he's like, actually like useful. Like he's like not just useful in like a funny way, but like when he wants to be, like Bender like moves the story along. Moves the
He's got robot strength, bro.
Pivotal character.
Possibly. Let's see what we got here. Like a good old fashioned. I know you can't really see this picture, but it's the robots from Interstellar. Tars and Case. That's what this guy is right here.
Yeah. Robots from Interstellar.
I'm just placeholder. Not a D. Just putting him there.
I got to be honest with you. I really liked Interstellar, but like I almost forgot there were robots in Interstellar.
That's true. So I'm trying to remember what they really like did.
What they did.
Right. You know what I mean? Like they were. I think they were there for like the ship, maybe the shuttle.
Yeah.
But like. Maybe they do belong in D tier.
Honestly, yeah, like they were forgettable.
Yeah, D
Like
tier
I was
for
like,
don't know what you do, bro.
but you're not useless. You
Yeah,
know
you're
what I
not.
mean?
Yeah, clearly you're important. You're on this ship for a reason.
Case is low grade A. Wow. This
What?
this Will guy has some of the hottest
Why
takes.
A though? Sell me on A. For I'll give you C. But you tell me your case. Shoot your case. No pun intended, or whatever.
Saved the whole crew continuously throughout the movie, which is why he's not useless. But like when you're watching Interstellar, are you like, man, I can't wait to see that robot? Or are you like, man, I can't wait to see that Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, that Anne Hathaway with the short haircut.
That Ian Hathaway's.
That Michael Caine. That's how I feel about every movie. But has he sold you on it?
Yeah,
No.
we can keep him. We can keep him in C because
I'll keep him in
guess
C.
you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you help. We moved him up for you, but low
Yeah.
grade A is
Look, yeah, that's
nonsense.
It's a nonsensical, brother. Yeah, we're okay. So we're gonna go with more. You said useful, right? What about Rosie from the Jetsons? Anne Hathaway's the type of girl you have a photo of when you're at war.
Oh yeah, who said that?
Nude.
Sometimes your chat pops up quicker than my chat. Okay,
Oh really? Sorry, I won't read it as
yeah,
much.
is that's Jack.
That's Jack.
Bro, why is your name Eric? Every time I see
Who are you, bro? Linda Linsky.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Let me tell you something. I hate the Jetsons. I know the robot maid is like the coolest character, but I just hate the Jetsons. So like on principle, no higher than a C.
I mean, she's not useless, but yeah, I see what you mean by like. She's like, how do I fuck myself? Okay. No higher than a C, huh? All right, we'll put her behind.
For me.
I used to watch the Jetsons a lot. I don't know why.
Was it like one of those things where like you wake up before you go to school when it was on? Like,
I think so. Or like you remember when like speaking of, like Adult Swim, where it was like they'd have like old school cartoons for a while at night.
Oh yeah.
Before they started putting like anime up and shit like that, they put like Flintstones, Jetsons, the Hanna-Barbera shit.
Yeah.
I think I saw a lot then too. She's useful. It's funny that there's like, does everyone have or I can't remember if everyone has like a maid robot there, but like, she's the only one I ever remember.
Yeah.
But speaking of Toonami, let's just roll into that. Tom.
I gotta be honest with you. Tom was my original S tier. Like
really?
if we all get you know how like when we review drinks, it's like
you all get like a 5.
5. Yeah.
Right.
When I saw you put him on there, I was like, bro, I love Toonami, and like Tom was so cool. I don't know if you remember this, but not only did he introduce like net on DBZ and like introduce the shows, but there were times when he did video game reviews. So like
really?
I remember buying Morrowind, like Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, because of a Toonami like kind of like small review that Tom did, and he was my original S tier. I'm willing to keep him at A while we debate who really belongs in S's. But
sure.
My personal take is my dude is an S tier robot.
My thing with him is that yes, he controlled the ship, but he did die.
He died.
He died, and then they made Tom
like
too.
A final two. Ooh, don't like that.
Don't like Tom too. No, it was like a special. It was weird. Like, you know how they had like in between the shows, they had like little clips of him walking around the spaceship. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
One time he like got taken out by some blob thing and like fucking murdered.
Oh.
And he came back as Tom too or some shit.
Yeah.
But I do love Tom. I do think Toonami was a very pivotal piece of my childhood. Sure. Adolescence, if you will.
Yeah.
And he was the dude. Also, what's funny was that Moltar was the original host of Toonami.
I didn't realize that. Interesting.
Yeah. For like a little bit. But then I was gonna put him on here, but apparently he's not a robot. So. He's a dude.
I want to shout out Will. I don't know if you added him, but like I also said that, Will. I was like, the dude from Power Rangers got to be on there. The
Oh,
robot.
dude, I totally forgot. Damn, we could add him right now. I added Hal.
Nice.
But where is he?
Um,
You see him? No. Maybe I
I don't see
didn't.
him.
uh,
All right.
oops. The dude for Power Rangers. What was his name? Zoltan or something?
It's his name's Alpha, but like the
Oh,
reason why I wanted him on there is he was my prime example of useless. Like I fucking hated that Power Ranger. Yeah, but I think did you not stay away from androids intentionally? Because like that's like cyborgy like.
no, I didn't try to stay away from it because like Bishop right here from
Oh yeah,
Aliens is
yeah,
an android. I guess the only thing I really stayed from was like I don't know. I looked it up. Like there's cyborgs in here. I think the funny thing is that like the definitions are very like merging
yeah,
between the
yeah.
two, so it's kind of hard to be like, oh, well, that's an android, bro. But there's a difference between like AI and a
Sure,
robot. You know what I mean? Like a
sure, sure.
self-thinking robot and stuff like that. But a lot of
Yeah.
them have the same kind of like features, right? But who are you thinking about with the android?
So, um, red haired dude, that's 17, right? Or is that 16?
16.
All right, so 16.
I totally
I would
forgot about
say,
Dragon Ball Z dudes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say 16 would have been like high B, low A. Then
Hmm.
17 is the dude with the dope fits, right?
Yeah, that would have been cool on this list. Damn.
He's only a C though. Like he's like the lamest of like the fighting ones, and then 18's S tier. Let's be real.
So you went around here just making S. She's S tier, brother.
Yeah, that's
What about like yeah, like there's like old ones from like Dragon Ball. Like one looks like
yeah,
Frankenstein. One thing I liked about 16 was they looked like Arnold. I should
yeah,
have put him
yeah.
on here. Damn, dude. That that's why I guess I sent you the list. You could have caught it. It's your fault.
Yeah.
No, I'm blaming you.
Well, to be fair, I said add Alpha, and he ain't on here. You won't even like
Dog.
listen to me.
I did. I was like, how? And then I put it on there, and I didn't somehow. What do you want next, Chris? What do you want next?
I'd be interested on your take on this guy. So, C3PO.
Okay. My take on C3PO is I think he's like a C tier.
A
I
C
almost think
tier.
he's a useless. If I'm being honest.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna put
I
him in D.
I
What do you think?
I kind of agreed with C tier. Only
Okay.
like this is gonna come up, and we're gonna banter about this, but like no joke. I think I would prefer C3PO over R2D2. I said it. I said
That's
it.
wow. I mean, like, okay, so R2D2 is actually like the one who saves the day multiple times. He's the only reason the heroes survive multiple times.
For sure. No,
I'm trying to think
I
of what
would.
C3PO even did.
Well, first of all, he speaks all the languages, so he like helps translate all this stuff for all these people.
First of
Um,
all, motherfucker.
but I don't know. I think the thing is for me, like I like my robots to kind of have some like some snarkiness and
He does have an
like
attitude, yeah.
yeah, he's got like a
But
different
so does
like
R2D2.
R2D2's yeah, R2D2's got like the cool like a bad boy attitude. C3PO kind of got like the whiny yeah, thank you Jack. Um whatever. That's Jack, I think. Anyway,
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
but yeah.
Ooh, that
But
was a nice
I'm just
fizz
saying
there, bud.
I
Good fizz.
yeah.
Yeah, so
My
stream,
soda
babe.
stream, bro, I be hitting this like 8 times before I'm
Be
like, all
cra-
right, that's enough.
I got through a CO2 can a bottle. Just fucking. If I could
Yeah,
drink
dude.
CO2 straight up, I would.
Me too, bro.
So we're thinking C.
I would want C, but the chat agrees with D, so I think we keep it in D.
Okay. I mean, I just think he's kind. He doesn't translate, but you're like, okay. You know what I mean? And
Wow.
I guess I look at it like if you took away R2D2 from that pair, then like, what does C3PO do? I mean, that makes sense. C for C3PO, but In that case, let's just jump. Bumblebee from Transformers. B for Bumblebee?
I would have given Optimus Prime a B.
A B.
I would have given
okay.
Megatron an A.
I didn't want to. So I wanted to put. I didn't want to put too many from like the same.
Okay, sure.
Although I guess I have 3 Terminators. That's understandable.
Bumblebee for me is like
A. Wow, Jack.
Bumblebee for me is kind of lame.
I guess his whole purpose was to like. I never saw the new Bumblebee, but I think his whole purpose is just like to like introduce.
My dude said A or higher. The only higher is S.
S, yeah, A or the best. The 2007 Camaro was a dream car for me. Dude, fuck that car. But join the Navy, you would have got one, brother.
That's why I don't like Bumblebee. I think like if he was like a BMW, if he was like an M.
Yeah, you could have picked a better car, Bumblebee.
Yeah.
C for douche.
He is cool because he's yellow. You know, I like a robot with some pizzazz.
Yeah. Yeah, I want some better color than yellow, bro. Unless it's Porsche yellow. Okay. Give me some red Optimus Prime, you know?
We're agreeing on C.
I'm going with C. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Fuck
the chat thinks we're terrible for that, but whatever. This is our list.
Yeah, this is our list, bro. Make your own, bitch. Nah, just kidding, guys. Please stay.
Oh, imagine liking. Wait. Yeah, imagine liking him because he's kind of lame.
Oh, who said that? Who said that?
Kevin?
Oh, Kevin? Yeah. Yeah, he's lame, right? Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Verification. Validation.
But Jack and Will think that Bumblebee, we're doing him dirty.
Doing him dirty. I mean, like, okay, so I could put him in useless. You know, he's in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, he's right there. Let's get a heavy hitter real quick. Let's get the T1000.
Classic T1000?
Yeah, classic T1000. Not the T1 million from the Terminator ride, but
yeah.
My initial thoughts. Let's see. Top of that A tier, real quick.
Top of that A. Definitely at least A tier. Definitely at least.
At least. I mean, it's pretty. I think it's close to S, but I don't know. It's an exclusive club, right?
Yeah.
I thought you were leaving 10 picks ago, Jack.
Yeah, T1000, man. That's like a robot's robot.
Let me tell you another thing. Yeah, that's a real robot. That's a robot. It's a man's robot. I was gonna say like the thing with the putting him S tier. It's kind of the same with like kind of where I'm like with Tom and Ed 209. There's a robot that killed that one.
True.
You know what I mean? Like that robot lost. He Apollo Creeded, dude. He died.
Yeah, and he didn't even have like a first movie where he won.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't like he was like the bad guy, and yeah, he was a pretty fucking badass. Like, don't get me wrong, T1000 is probably, if we did a tier list of like movie villains, which we could do that.
Possibility.
He might be S tier villain. You know what I'm saying? But he actually because the first Terminator is better villain than me. But that's just it could be. What I'm saying is like he was a very menacing. The CGI was like out of this world when it came out.
Yeah.
Robert Patrick was fucking phenomenal as the dude.
That running scene.
Yeah.
Like that's just like iconic.
Yeah. I think.
Are you the one that told me that like they had to refilm that because he would like catch up? Like,
yeah, he's running too fast or something. Like, so like like the dolly that was pulling the car with the camera. I guess they were like, hey, you gotta slow down, bro. Like, because he was like he practiced that run, and I was like. Fucking nuts, dude. If he's not S, I think he might be the top A, dude. Borderline S. What do you think?
We'll find out. Like I kind of agree with what we're doing. We're gonna put some people in A tier and then like decide which one jumps to the S.
Yeah. So don't freak out, Jack. You don't have to leave yet. You have to stick around to the end, Jack, to find out if he gets S tier. Let's see. Iron Giant. Vin Diesel at his finest, when you don't have to see him. You just hear him.
Vin Diesel did the voice for Iron Giant?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Now you do.
Whoa.
Look at that.
That honestly, that lowers the ranking for me.
Well, he doesn't really say much, does he? He just kind of
Yeah.
grunts, I think.
Well, he hits. Like I was gonna say, like this is one of the saddest. Well, I don't know. Thumbs up might beat it, but this is one of the saddest robots on the
Oh
list.
yeah,
The
I was gonna
no
say thumb.
following.
Hmm.
And then when he shoots himself into the asteroid, or I don't think he shot himself in the sun, but like he shot himself into the asteroid to like save the world. Like you're obviously not useless. You're not D tier, but like an animated robot, I'm putting you high C, low B.
You ain't a real robot. Well, you got Bender as an A, animated robot.
Well,
Tom is an A, is animated robot.
That's a CGI robot.
Yeah, let's get it right. That's Toonami. Toonami
Yeah.
exceptions. The tearjerker robot. You know what I mean? Like getting the feels, the bicentennial man, if you will.
Your Disney robot. Oh, is Bicentennial Man on here?
Nah, I should have put him on it. It just kind of came up in my head right now. Bicentennial Man is a weird. I never really saw it though. That's the problem though. Sometimes I was like, I didn't really see that movie, so I don't really know how much to say about it. You know, but if I agree, the Disney robot, if you will, is it Disney? I don't think so.
My fault, Will.
What's that?
I don't think it's Disney, but I think it's Disney adjacent.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. We got okay. So, what do we want to do next?
Let's get the iRobot robot.
All right. Yeah, I think his name is Sonny. Sonny the iRobot.
Yeah.
There we go.
I actually really love iRobot. To be honest with you, I think it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I think it's
I feel like I don't remember seeing much of it. I was making out during it.
I think it was Will Smith at like the like, not like the peak, but like the sort of come down where he hasn't come down too far.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's still like it's before I Am Legend. So like, you know, like I feel like I Am Legend was the last like heavy hitter Will Smith movie that I remember. I'm not like a 7 pounds or Hitch guy.
Well, there was
whatever the other.
Well, Hitch is pretty good. I liked Hitch.
You're a big
Hitch
Kevin James guy.
I'm not a big Kevin James. I liked him before he got in cahoots with Adam Sandler. I feel like he got kind of like twisted. Yeah. You know what I mean? Into that. He got contorted into that Happy Madison world. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like they were like Chris Farley died. Who's like our?
Who's another fat guy? He's kind of funny. Get the fat guy in here, and then they're like, wait, he's losing weight. Oh shit, new fat guy. I think the idea of iRobot. I never read the book, Jack. Maybe we should have read the book. I don't read. I'm illiterate.
Philip K. Dick.
Dick. Oh, he's the same guy who wrote Man in the High Castle. That kind of shit. You've seen that?
Yeah, he writes like a bunch of sci-fi. Is that the one that
he wrote
made a show on?
Didn't Philip K. Dick write V for Vendetta?
I don't know.
Maybe. But it kind of like feels like that's his style. You know what I mean? Like dystopian, like the AI shit. So I don't know where we're going with this guy. You know, like.
I think again, this might be a guy that, depending on how you look at him, he could be a D, he could be a C.
Put him at the end of C.
Fine. End of C.
Yeah. Sonny. How about the Johnny Cab driver here, bud?
The Johnny
from
Cab
Total
driver.
Recall.
Oh yeah. Excellent robot.
Excellent
robot.
Not useless.
Small role though.
Check this out. I think so. Slow roll. He was a dick, wasn't he? If I remember right. That's right.
Oh shit.
Listen, the only reason Johnny Cab Driver is here is so we can talk about Arnie some more. Total Recall, fantastic space movie.
Have you seen remember when producer Brandy fell asleep during Total Recall?
Yeah, okay, so she was like looking at this and she's like, who's this guy? And I was like, that's from Total Recall. She's like, oh, I fell asleep. I was like, I fucking know. I fucking know you did. How dare you? He's kind of D tier, honestly. He's kind of like
he's got such a small role.
Yeah.
But he's like cool.
He's cool. I feel like
Like I
that's probably the most believable robot right here. That like
yeah
possible
yeah
one out of all
yeah
these.
like if someone made a robot today, like it would kind of be like that. I
Yeah,
think.
it'd be a merge between Sonny here and Johnny, and they'd be driving
Yeah
Teslas
yeah
for everybody. You know, like
yeah for
um,
sure.
I think it was just kind of funny. I remember he had like smart ass remarks. I think, but I just
Yeah.
sounds like we need to watch Total Recall again.
No. Have
Shame.
you seen the Colin Farrell one?
I haven't.
Me neither.
I heard it's really bad, but Kate Beckinsale's in it. Can't be that bad.
Kate Beckinsale.
Kate
Hello.
Beckinsale. Kelly Bundy.
All right. What about the? Let's throw some Wally up there. Because here's the thing: we talk about. I know you're not a Pixar guy. I know you're not
Yeah.
a like. So I feel like you're going to give this guy a D tier, kind of based on that.
Doesn't he have some kind of like greater purpose in the movie?
Yeah, yeah. He's like a. I don't know how to describe it. He's like he saves something. He does something.
I think he saves the
But this
world.
is also like like I don't like my same with Iron Giant.
Hmm.
When I'm thinking about my robots, I don't want them. I don't want a movie focused on their feelings. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I want mass destruction from my robot.
Yeah.
I want.
So like based on that alone, I'm going high C, maybe low B.
Geez, Will just said A minus. Will, I think our robot evaluation's a little off here today. You want C?
Will I want high C or low B? Like I would
Okay.
advocate for a low B, but I think high C is probably where you'd probably meet me in the middle and put him.
I was. Yeah, I could see that. I know he's useful. We put him at N to B. How's that?
Yeah, yeah,
That look okay?
yeah. That looks good.
That's fine. Again, we can move. We can move.
Yeah,
Um, I guess I also never seen Wally. I just knew he had like some like there was like real deep meaning to it,
yeah,
and you know how I feel about that. A similar looking robot. Did you ever see Short Circuit, Chris? Johnny number five.
yeah. I've seen Short Circuit. That whatever we put Wally at, Short Circuit walked so Wally could run. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So
Short
like if
Circuit.
we
He had like a personality to him though. He was funny.
yeah, yeah, and that's a great movie. So like if we put Wally, yes, that's exactly how I would have done it. Like if Wally's at the end of B, this dude's like towards the top of B. You know what I mean? Wally by proxy with Eve literally brought humans back to Earth. What is going on here? I think you're putting a lot of stock into their accomplishments. I'm
Listen,
I'm
yeah.
I'm reading them based on badassery.
Yeah, that's why Tom's up here. Okay,
Yeah.
he because I mean on accomplishments as well though he brought the community together to watch Goku defeat Frieza. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's bigger than bringing Earth back. Also, maybe Earth don't need to come back. It's okay. Wally was great. I saw it in theaters. Haven't seen it since though. Must have been a great movie. You never want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, I think B is solid. Will that's a good robot.
It's a good robot.
It's a tough list.
Not everyone can be an A. Like
That's
that
right. We don't have.
we
Not everyone can be a Super Bowl champ every year.
yeah, there's only one winner. There's only so many that can go around. Like you've got to start trimming some fat. And B is higher than average. Like we need to stop thinking of B as like bad and more like C is your average robot. He's above average robot.
He's above average.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's go with an S tier contender, Mecha
Okay.
Godzilla. Have you seen Mecha Godzilla?
I haven't, but like giant badass robot is gonna
He's
be
Godzilla, but he's a robot.
yeah.
It's pretty sick.
That dude
I don't sense it from you though.
well, it's just because I've seen Godzilla and I've seen remember Godzilla 2000
Mm-hmm. That was
with
awful.
Matthew
Or
Broderick.
99, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, 98,
Um,
something like that.
I think they called it Godzilla 2000 though, or something like that. Maybe I made that up. But oh, you're putting him in C.
I'm thinking. I'm just putting him here for now. It's a placeholder.
Yeah.
Who was Dick riding C3PO? Not me, brother.
I was.
You were.
I like C3PO.
Oh, okay. I was like, not me, bro.
But yeah, Mechagodzilla, like, I like a badass robot. Probably. Probably.
Probably would. He would. Yeah, he would. Yeah. T-1000's like, he's fucking liquid metal, dude.
He's the perfect form.
Not the perfect organism. That's, yeah, but, you know, that's alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, I don't know. He's pretty, like, they're old movies, though. There's actually, I think he's in one of the newer ones. I haven't seen any of them, the new Godzilla ones, but...
Bitch ass robot took an L by a pissed off lizard. I don't know what that one's a reference to be quite honest with you.
I think that's Mechagodzilla. Get pissed off because Godzilla's a lizard. D-. Listen, I will say though, he did lose, but like that was the plot. He lost the plot armor. You know, he lost his greatest enemy was plot, and Godzilla had to win. You know, like C. I think C. Maybe he's got to be above Rosie.
Yeah, I would say we
maybe Rosie's about to move back here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I would say we could probably drop iRobot guy down to D.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck him. Bottom of the list, behind Johnny. Yeah, we'll do this. Nice. Let's go with a little Ex Machina chick. I don't know her name, bro. What's her name?
I don't remember her name, but I remember her.
Do you know?
Yeah. I think average robot. I think C tier. Like, because here's the thing.
So I think she's... Yeah, go.
When you start getting into some of these, like, Interstellar or, like, some of this stuff, that got the hands put on. What? Here's the thing. When we start talking about some of these movies, like, I'm also, like, thinking about how the movie was. And it's hard not to, like, I want to, like, rate it higher or lower based on the movie.
The movie, yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, it's part of the movie. But, like,
yeah.
I think she's very similar to, like, iRobot dude.
Yeah. Similar,
but she's, like but she killed the dude at the end.
Badass.
And she's hot.
So
S tier. Yeah, no. Yeah. Her, she's right next to the fembot. No.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. She's the
D. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird movie. Let's go Mega Man.
Oh, Mega Man A.
A tier. Yeah, Mega Man's pretty badass.
Potential S to be.
Now I know I said no video games, but this is from the cartoon in the '90s, so don't come at me, boys. All right.
Which is why I was surprised not to when you said no video games. I was like, all right, so Cyrax and Sector won't be on here, but they
were in the movie. Yeah, dude. But that. Fuck, Cyrax and Sector, Smoke. Yeah. I guess Smoke wasn't in there. Yeah. S tier.
Switch Smoke to like fucking a ninja, kind of.
He was originally a ninja way back, though. Remember?
Okay.
And then he turned into one when they all turned. He was like the third one to turn into it. It was like Sector, Cyrax, and Smoke, and then they started doing everybody, like Sub-Zero and shit. But
yeah.
But Smoke was the shit, bro. Smoke's an S tier. Yeah, Cyber Smoke was dope, bro. He wasn't in the movie though.
So I'm curious about this because I'm rating Mega Man. Cyber Smoke is better. I think I kind of agree. I
think so too. Yeah. Actually, I would say most of the time the robots are better. I don't know. I think Cyber Sub-Zero was okay. I would rather have Scorpion as the ninja.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, dude, Sector was fucking.
I think we fall on separate things on this, but not in a bad way. Are you a Cyrax or a Sector guy?
I'm more of a Sector guy.
I knew it because he's red, right?
He's red. He's got missiles, bro. Yeah. Fucking launch.
I'm a Cyrax guy.
Yeah, you like the net, the little like,
I like the net.
Web thingy.
I like the net.
Yeah, you know, you strike me as the kind of like fighting player that like traps dudes. You know what I mean? Like gets him stuck and shit. Like Sub-Zero when he freezes him. You know, you're like, oh fuck you, bro. Yeah. No, Jack. No. Nice try, but no. He's up there, but no.
Sub-Zero is the good. Ooh, that's
Ooh, that's an ice
Mortal
cold. That's
Kombat
an ice cold
characters
take,
tier
brother.
list.
Yeah,
We're
combat.
gonna do Mortal Kombat
Yeah, I mean,
characters.
I was gonna say like this tier list seems to be pretty fun.
Pretty
We could
poppin'.
do a bunch of shit now.
Yeah.
100% not my personal.
Okay. Yeah.
Go.
Here's my question for you. You got Mega Man up there.
Yeah.
Was Zero not in the cartoon?
No. So it was based
Okay.
on it was based on like the original Mega Man
Okay.
games, but there is one episode with X in it, but no Zero.
Okay. So like that to me that makes sense then because you made the distinction. No, I think Zero is kind of cool and also would have
Zero's
been an A
dope.
tier. Yeah, I would have put
Yeah.
them both on an A tier, but if we're just doing because Mega Man was in the show, A tier. And honestly, high A tier. Like I think you got him perfectly
But I say
kind of
above
rated there.
T1000 because he's dope though because he's like he can take everyone's power. He's like Kirby, but a robot.
Yeah.
He's a robot Kirby.
Robot Kirby. He ain't sucking dudes.
He ain't sucking dudes. He's just I don't know how he get. I don't know how he gets the power. He just like sucks him with his arm. No, he just fucking puts it in his CPU.
Yeah, he kills him and then he's like, "All right, I guess
All right, now I got your shit, bro. I killed you and I took your weapon. Fuck off, nerd. Let's go.
I see some heavy hitters left, so
There are some. Let's go with I'm leaving the heavy ones to the end, I guess.
okay.
Let's go with Optimus Prime. Movie Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
Not
maybe Optimus
cartoon.
Prime
Well, I guess they could have
higher
done
than
cartoon.
higher than Bumblebee.
Oh,
So I think we
absolutely.
left Bumblebee at C. I'm gonna say Optimus Prime. If we're doing specifically, yes,
Well, let's see.
yeah,
Better than Wally?
better than
Yeah.
Wally, lower than Finbots.
Better than our at 209. He's worse than Johnny number 5.
Yeah, I mean
Uh,
that's my personal take. Would you have him like higher B?
so I think he's like, I think I'd have him higher because I think he's just like he's like iconic. You know, obviously if Megatron was on here, he'd be below Megatron.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But so Jack, that's like that's another enemy of plot. You know, they wrote him to be fucking stupid, and I get it. Like if we're doing the movie one, then he's not great, but yeah, like the cartoon one's a lot better. But
Yeah.
you know, he doesn't have titties like the fembots, so he's got to be below them.
Got to be below them.
You know, at two
Like you
not
got to
two.
really wow me. Like for me, the fembots are like my dividing line for awesome robot and like you're all right. You're all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, you're okay.
Yeah.
You could be above
For
titties
sure.
McGee. Let's see here. Oof, let's go with I don't know why I have two Arnolds here, but let's go with the T800. Let's go with the big one.
Big one.
I have him in his sick ass outfit from
Specifically because of the outfit, you know you got to put him in A tier
at least.
at least. And I honestly, this is also a contender for S tier.
I want to, yeah, I want to put him at least like
Yeah.
top,
Oh yeah.
maybe there.
Yeah.
I mean, like he is like literally like the only. Well, yeah. Will says OP, so Optimus Prime literally was a bum ass immigrant trying to steal Shia LaBeouf's girl. Bro, Shia LaBeouf couldn't even hang on to that girl himself, bro.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime didn't even need the help take that chick, you know, like dude only brought problems to Earth. Yeah, I think a lot of these robots bring problems to Earth, but well, Optimus Prime's not really doing great, so
Yeah, he's like who's S tier?
yeah, who's S tier, Jack? You talking about
Maybe the
Arnold?
800.
T100?
Yeah, I mean we're waiting to the end.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them. Yeah, then we're gonna fucking delineate who gets to go up.
Yeah,
basically.
You've been throwing around the word S tier a lot.
Yeah, you're like they're all S tier, bro. All of them. S tier,
Yeah.
S tier.
All right. Because like the second you say R2D2, everyone's gonna be
Will,
like,
what's
S
the
tier.
wild? Yeah, what's the wild take, Will? Shia LaBeouf couldn't even hang on to his own girl because he couldn't. He couldn't. My dude couldn't handle Megan Fox.
Fox.
You know that one. Let's go Bishop. You seen Aliens, Chris? I hope so.
Yeah,
Bishop.
of course. Yeah. I feel like okay, this is where we're gonna split. Like,
Mm.
I know how much both like James Cameron can apparently he did Aliens, right?
Yeah.
Not Alien because that was Ridley Scott. Um, you're a big James Cameron guy, so like I feel like you want to put James Cameron's robots all
He's pretty good at
over.
making robots. No,
Yeah,
I want to say the thing about Bishop is, let's see, the first movie had Ash, an evil android, and Bishop was a good one in this one. So it was like a little flip,
yeah,
kind of like T2.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and like basically, he didn't really do much until the end, where he was the only one that was able to like get to this like comsat tower, and he
yeah,
was like the
yeah.
only one able to fly a plane. And I get that. So I guess at the end of the day, he did help them survive. So I mean, he's not useless. He's not D. He's got to be like upper half, I think.
Yeah,
My thought.
probably. They say low tier B. I'm thinking mid tier B.
Thinking
I
above,
think he.
maybe I think he's above Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I
He doesn't have
agree. I
titties.
agree.
He also is in half right here. So he's
Yeah.
only half a robot. So
If you're jumping fembots, you've got to like really do something special. And like flying a plane to me, like you're a robot, bro. You know how to fly planes. Like you were
sick,
programmed
dude.
with some.
Yeah, yeah, sick. But he also, yeah, I mean, like he was definitely a lot better. Um, I liked Ash. I should have put Ash in here. I think he was a lot more menacing, and like the
For
twist
sure.
that he was a robot no one knew was more
Yeah.
effective. I think, but Aliens is a great movie. So just being in a good movie, like you said, bumps you up a little
Yeah.
bit. Oh, buddy. Let's go with RoboCop.
All right. This is where
RBC.
you're gonna have to tell me where it goes. I haven't seen
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
RoboCop. Selling on RoboCop. Okay, so RoboCop is like, I can't believe you've never seen it, dude. Um,
I'll, I'll make it a point.
he's badass. He's just like there's this dude who gets fucking wrecked by Red Foreman with a shotgun, and
Nice.
then they take his dead ass body and put him in a robot, and now he's like serving the OCP, the cops, and it's just it's very like 80s dystopian, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like they live kind of universe, but like
I think he's got to go at
it's like
least
mad
above,
violence,
probably
right?
above Mega Man, honestly. But that's
Ah,
my
okay.
opinion.
Yeah. Where did we put the
Um,
bad guy from it?
he's down here in B, upper B.
Okay, upper B. Okay.
Oh, I looked at the chat and I saw S tier again. Useless cops suck, bro. He hates the cops though. I thought he was like against the cops. I don't know.
I think I remember. Is he like programmed so like strongly that like yeah, he's like shooting muggers and stuff, but isn't he also like
He's like they
going
haven't.
against?
Yeah, yeah. So they also have it like where he can't like remember his past, and then he like starts to, like think of, like remember it and shit eventually and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh,
That.
kind of Total Recall-y in that way.
Yeah, it's kind of classic 80s.
Yeah.
Like he died. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But dude, RoboCop's classic, bro.
I'll watch it.
RoboCop
I'll
is a
watch it.
classic.
That could be a
Um,
good review. Yeah.
hmm. Let's do R2D2.
I know you
R2.
guys like. I know you guys probably wanted an A tier. I
Don't
think
break. Don't bend.
I
Stick
think
to your guns.
like the fact that C3PO is already down to D. Like I'm like I just on principle I think you guys should only get it like B. Like I refuse to put another A tier guy in a guy. I can't give him A tier. I can't give this guy A tier.
Can't give
He's
an A tier, huh?
can't give him A tier. I get it. Dude saved the day so many times. Dude saved the day so many times. Dude's like piloting shit, like his little co-pilot. Dude's doing it all. But like, I don't know. I just don't know.
You don't
I
know.
think I'll give him above fembots. high B for me. But like I feel like you want him in A tier as well.
I think I'm looking. I mean, I think I at least put him behind Tom.
For the time
How's that?
being. Yeah.
What about
We
Bender?
got a
How's
lot
he
of A
doing?
tiers.
We do. Excuse me.
All
Yeah,
right.
a lot of A tiers. And now I don't know how you want to do this guy. He's kind of here.
All right, were you considering that like just in general? Like in like Salvation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was maybe like are the future scenes where they're like, like 1,000 of these dudes
Yeah, like
mass
hunting.
produced, Um,
All right, then if that okay, here's the thing though. If we're talking like the future versions where like they're fighting the humans are
so
kind of holding their own.
I mean, not really, kind
I mean,
of, but
like
like the whole point of the movie though was that like they were desperate. No, good
that's
point though.
true.
No, that's a good point. I think about it that Skynet was desperate because they were about to lose.
Yeah.
And then they sent Terminator back to kill John Connor and Sarah. So like, yeah, maybe you're right. They were losing.
So like the mass-produced versions of these, I'm gonna put C tier, high C tier. Like you
Wow.
gotta stand out. You gotta
Because
be. You gotta be Arnie.
my other thought was that we have an Arnie up here now. Are we saying that this guy is only from T1, or is he both T1 and T2?
I think you gotta say both. Like he
Okay,
represents because he's the same character in both movies.
in a way,
Yeah, like it's
yeah.
like yeah, yeah. Um, so like that's why I'm like we consider that both T1 or yeah, both Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. Um, which honestly, I think that's why he gets moved up to S tier maybe. Just
Maybe.
saying. Just
But
saying.
as for this guy, we're putting him at um.
Useless.
No,
Nice.
I'm good. I think I put him at like uh behind C3PO, but the mass
Yeah.
production, yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
some reason, they're able to start dying quick. I don't know. These guys fucking like in the first movie when he gets the skin burned off and he turns into this dude, scares shit out of me as a kid. Fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's gonna be the initial plotting
Yeah.
of these robots. So now I think how many we got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 23.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I'm a big proponent of us like when like people are like, are you a small hall guy or a big Hall of Fame guy? I'm a small hall guy. So like
Not
I
the Hall of
feel
Very
like
Good, huh? The Hall of
yeah,
Fame.
yeah. Yeah. So like I'm willing to drop I can see I'm willing to drop Tom to high B tier. Because
Okay,
I'm looking at who
I
he's
feel like you're
compared
trying to
to.
offer me a fantasy football trade right here. I'm willing to drop to B if.
Well, because I want A to be no more than 5 people, which it will be once we drop one person down and move one person up to S. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying
Um,
there.
and like looking at who he's compared with, I think he can drop down to high B. I think he's the only
Okay,
one that kind of can move.
let's do that.
Yeah,
And then our first, let's get the first S tier. In my
yeah,
opinion, it's got to be Arnie.
it's got to be.
He's already up here. I think he
Yeah,
just goes
it's
up
got to
here and goes
be
to S. He's just, he's like the iconic fucking robot. And I
for
know
sure.
I saw Jack yesterday, and he said he's not a robot. He's a cyborg. Whatever. That's all I say.
Fuck your argument.
Fuck him. No,
Uh,
technically yes, but when he gets his skin melted off, he's just a robot, dude. That's all it is. And if he was
touche.
just, and that was the case, then Fembots aren't robots. Mega Man's not a robot. Bishop's
Yeah.
not a robot. Johnny
B
the cab driver's not a robot. Get out of here.
B has too many people in it.
Well, I guess
I
they're not
think
living tissue.
Wally. I think Wally drops to C. I said it.
You're just trying to
I'll,
piss
he
chat
drops to
off.
high C.
Trying to piss the chat.
Like
High C.
I'm
I
looking
think.
at who he's compared with, and
I'm
I'm
thinking
like,
of this maybe. What about this?
I think that's fair. Actually, I think that's fair.
And
Who's our number one C? I can't.
it's
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
TARS from Interstellar.
Interstellar. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That
Ooh,
belongs there.
belongs in C. Anything that belong in D. Let's go from bottom up. Let's see. We go
Yeah.
through and discern. Okay, so
I feel like people want C3PO to drop to useless. I'll that's fine. We can drop him to useless, but I'm gonna move someone from C
to
down to
D.
D.
And who? I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
I
willing.
have. There's one that I think would probably drop. It's probably Rosie. I don't know.
I was gonna say Iron Giant, bro.
Iron Giant.
Yeah,
Didn't
because like
he?
I like a badass robot, and I guess he was like a badass robot at one time. But he's like friends with a. It's the same reason I don't like Bumblebee. He's like friends with
Friends with
like
a
a
kid.
teenager. Yeah,
Ugh.
but I guess Arnie's. Well, he's not really friends. He's just protecting the little shit brain.
He just yeah, that's true. He's ordered.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
They're not like
jeez.
buds.
Streamlabs about to kill you, Jack. Ah. um. Okay, let's see.
Wait,
What
what word did he say that was
it
like?
says? Please refrain from spamming caps. He said, "Bros." Yeah.
What? How is he supposed to show that he's yelling?
How are you supposed to show emotion? How are you guys supposed to
Yeah,
represent your boomer self, bro?
for sure.
Um, here's my thing on D because we have nobody in useless, and I think
Yeah.
maybe we should. I
I
think
mean, the
what
cab
happened?
driver could probably
What
drive.
happens to this chick after the movie? Didn't she go out in the real world, but we never know?
I can't remember what happened to her. Useless.
Useless.
Whatever. Useless.
Yeah, I don't think maybe Johnny can get a.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that. So, Jack, you chatted that. I thought Streamlabs was like Streamlabs will end you with my bare hands, and I was like, damn, Streamlabs S tier robot.
Yeah. They
Like,
went sentient.
they're just like, all right, bitch.
Ooh. What about like I think Hal is actually an example of this, but like we could have done like Skynet. Like if we had an
Yeah,
AI tier list, like you've got like Eagle Eye, Skynet, all that stuff. Anyway, I
yeah.
think some people got to drop off C, and for me that's Iron Giant.
Iron Giant, huh?
But here's the thing, he can go in front of C3PO. It's fine.
Will says C3PO is useless. Well, I honestly,
Yeah.
the more I keep thinking about it, this guy's got to be up here. No, he's just. How's this, Will? Does that satisfy you?
Yeah, he's the drop off. He's like the perfect
The cutoff between
connect.
useless and
Yeah,
then like,
yeah.
yeah.
Which is
Um,
which is why I think like I think I think God, I want Wally to drop to C so fucking bad.
just drop because you got to drop somebody to D, don't you? You want to even it out or no?
Yeah, we gotta
You want it to
we
be
gotta
even. Yeah,
yeah, because I want there to be an even dist.
yeah, I understand. If you do that,
Bro,
we got
he
four.
translates. That's the name one thing.
That's the way. Yeah, he translates. Therefore, not useless. He has one
Yeah.
use.
Isn't he like an ambassador, like robot, like person kind of thing? Like
He also
he's
like keeps R2D2 like a friendship, companionship.
yeah,
So like R2D2 be lonely without him, bro. Like
for sure.
look at it that way. Um,
If Wally doesn't go
hmm.
higher, Wally's about to drop, is what Wally's about to do. What about Bishop? Could Bishop drop to C? What are your thoughts, Zach? Because
Bishop.
you know what I kind of want. I want the
Hmm.
fembots to literally be the cutoff between B and C.
You want them on the bottom.
Ooh, they could be like the high C. You know what I mean? Like the cutoff between like what a C
Fembots.
tier.
You mean like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that because Austin Powers kills him with his thrust,
Yeah.
his dick thrust. So like
They were susceptible.
they have a weakness. Yeah, they're susceptible to the ween.
Yeah.
Will Smith in the Star Wars universe, C3. Oh. So what? Never mind. Will Smith be getting it. up his
Someone
butt.
said if Wally doesn't go higher, I riot. I think Wally, the only higher he should go is like maybe above Bishop. Like he's moving like one place over versus like a whole ass tier.
There you go.
He moved up.
He's moving up in the world. So we got another D tier, maybe.
I think you want to drop Rosie. I kind of want to put Bumblebee in D tier. I want this list to cause controversy.
Yeah, you just like piss everybody. I want to be the enemy.
Or Mecha Godzilla maybe, because like kind of like he was badass, but like normal Godzilla beat him. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we were saying about
He
like
lost.
the reason why like the mass produced Terminators are up here is because they are able to be beaten like I guess easily enough that like Skynet needed to rectify the situation.
You know,
But I'm leaving it up to you. Whatever you think should
let's
move
do
from
it.
B
That's
to
fine.
C.
Right there. How's that?
Ooh, nice. All right. I
Wow.
like it. I think this is a good ass tier list, man.
Do you? So we're
I
only
might
having one
put
S.
I might put Bender between Robocop and Patrick or Patrick.
Patrick, Robert, Mr. Robert
Yeah,
Patrick.
P1000.
What about another S tier? Only one S tier?
I think that
Maybe
gives us
maybe two S tiers.
two S tiers. Who would you put? Would you put Bender in S tier then? I could see the case being made for Ben. I don't want two Terminators in S tier.
Yeah, right.
And I haven't seen RoboCop, but if you tell me RoboCop is an S tier robot, I'll believe you, and we can move him up there.
My vote is Bender.
I'm down.
I think Bender, but
I like that. I think our S tiers represent two different types of robots.
a drinking one and a murdering one. Perfect.
Yeah.
I
love our A tier. Great A tier.
Good A tier. They could take on any team. This squad.
Yeah.
Do you want? Let's see. How's that?
I'm
like
liking where this list is. Like this to me is a good. You should screenshot that so you can drop it in like, like have people look at it and be like, "Oh shit, you guys fucked up."
Yeah, this is actually the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Yeah, yeah, I'll screenshot it. Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah. So what we got here? What up, chat? What do you guys think about this, huh?
Wally is one of the only robots on this list that has experience on Earth and space. You rate that highly? Like,
Yeah.
Is that a big deciding factor for you?
This is a big fact.
This list is as good as the Falcons postseason record. Ooh, some Falcons hate here. I'm for it.
I'm for the Falcons hate. Yeah, give me that.
When they got rid of Matty Ice,
when they lost that Super Bowl, that was it.
yeah,
they were done.
That was the end. Yeah.
Let's do one more one through, but I think we got it set. I think this is a good looking tier list. The only glaring issue I see is that, let's see, Wally is really high.
I kind of agree.
Oh, but he's fine. I think he's fine. B tier, he's good. Maybe would this make you feel better if we put him above like Ed 209? How's that?
Yeah, he's definitely not over. To me, he's definitely not over. Like he's not over Toonami whatsoever. No. So like you're not getting the top of the B tier. The only glaring omission I see is maybe some ones that like an S tier for me would have probably been Android 18.
Yeah, my bad. They should have been on here. You're right.
So like Matt Ryan trade, yeah. But yeah, I think we got a good looking list, man. I'm not seeing. I think we got a strong list. I wonder. I'd be very interested. I know Mike and Billy aren't as into like robots maybe, but I'm very curious how if they were here, what they would have like argued would have been lower or higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I do. Curious what their thoughts are. So I'm gonna take the list down though. How's that?
Okay. I think I will say I think all four of us would have agreed on the S tiers. I really do.
Yeah. You think they would have added somebody though? Or they would have been
Will
like,
has a question for you in the chat. He really doesn't like your RoboCop.
like
Select.
RoboCop and A, which is unclear. What do you mean? Why? Do you think he should be higher? All right,
He said why?
RoboCop, dude. Rules. I don't know. He's like, it's just a good movie. I guess maybe am I merging the movie with the character? Maybe. But have you ever played RoboCop versus Terminator for the Super Nintendo? Epic game. Again, though, he does kill a lot of T-800s. So
Oh,
therefore, is he
yeah.
above T-800? No.
Well, that's the thing. T800s, those are the mass-produced versions. He's not killing the Arnie.
Just tell me how to fix it, Will. I'll do anything to get Mike punched in the stomach. What do you got? What do you want? You want it lower? You want him higher?
I'm trying to think of any.
How's that? How's this? He'll be A tier, but like,
Low. Okay, I like that. Would you argue R2, like you personally, Zach, not chat, would you argue R2D2 is above Mega Man?
um, it's tough. I mean, it could be, but what is your thought on Mega Man being up there?
I think Mega Man deserves to be up there, but I'm also like, am I letting the video game influence how I view
Yeah.
Mega Man? You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
yeah. Yes, you are. But I guess I just referenced the video game for RoboCop, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
Um,
I'm trying to think of any other like omissions we might have had
you could probably do
besides
that.
Alpha from Power Rangers, which would have been in the useless category. What we would have had him. The three main androids from DBZ. Like I said, I would have put 18 at S tier, 16 at A tier, and 17 at probably put him like a B tier, mid B
Yeah,
tier.
maybe. And then what
Um,
about the other two, the Doctor Giro and
Dr.
19?
Giro was I said
Yeah, the
19. I don't have much experience with.
the fat
Like,
guy.
isn't that kind of post?
No, that's before the fat guy, and then he was
Oh
and
shit.
then Giro was a 20. I think he was 20.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I forgot that. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
like, isn't there like a pink android that has like white hair? I might be confusing that with another character, but I could have sworn that's like an android in the fighting game. Mega Man is the Kevin Hart of the list. He doesn't belong and isn't all that talented, but we're allowing him non-voting membership.
I think the one thing about Mega Man, hear me out. I don't know if it has to do with his enemies and their design, but like, what if he killed RoboCop? Does he get like his power? You know what I mean? Like, if he killed Optimus
True,
Prime, does he get his power?
true.
And in that case, he'll wreck shit on everybody. But I mean, he's above RoboCop. Okay, that's he's below R2D2. I think he's kind of in the right spot. I don't know who else would go in A. Bishop maybe. Bishop didn't
You
do
really
shit.
want Bishop
Not
in
really.
A?
I'm okay. B for
I
Bishop.
can't. I can't. I forget who's between Wally and Tom right now. I can't really tell.
Johnny number 5.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, he belongs there.
He's good.
He
He's
belongs
good.
wherever
He's
he
fine.
is. He should be above
He probably should be
Wally.
S. Yeah, the cancel will allow it. Thank you. Thank you.
Um, I'm loving our list, bro. I think
Yeah.
this is a good fucking list.
What a good list, guys. Well, we have chat here. I'm curious. Did any of you guys have a suggestion of another tier list? Well, we mentioned Mortal Kombat characters. We mentioned villains. Anything
Mortal
you
Kombat
guys?
characters would be really cool.
Yeah, anything you guys want to see? I know, like, something like Mortal Kombat characters pretty niche, right? But I mean, most of the shit we do is pretty niche, so not
I
worried
feel
about it.
like at least with Mortal Kombat, like it's so big that people would like people know who Scorpion is. Even like producer Brandy would be like, "Ah, Scorpion, I
Yeah,
know who that is."
yeah, right, yeah.
Um, so like I feel like more, but like something like Street Fighter, if we did like a Street Fighter tier list, like it would be even more niche than Mortal
Like
Kombat. So I
fucking
think
Tekken
more,
or some shit, you
yeah,
know?
I love Tekken. I would do a Tekken tier list if like, but then like you'd get 4 viewers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, probably. I want to be
So
on the
only four
episode for the.
video. Let's do a Mount Rushmore video game character. So you only get 4.
Oh, yeah. That's tough.
That's hard.
I was
That's
gonna say
hard.
like you could do like a tier list or something of like video game heroes.
Like protagonists.
Yeah, that's also a shitload though.
Ah, a gentleman wants to be part of the Mortal Kombat one. He wants to join.
Jackery. Jack does. I'm gonna be on the episode for the MK list. Okay.
It's cool. I feel like that could be a
Done.
big one because I know Mike would probably at least he probably wouldn't get past like Mortal. If I said Ermac, I don't
You
think
think
he
you
would
know what
answer.
it is? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd probably be like, I don't know,
Like
bro.
Rain. Who the fuck is
Yeah,
Rain?
but like he'd definitely be like a Liu Kang, Raiden, and I think possibilities would also
Oh,
probably.
yeah, he did say he really liked was it Deception? The one that came out for PlayStation 2 or whatever it
Oh
was.
wow, is that the
So
one
that
we played a lot?
no, we played like early couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
That was 11.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
Deception
was
was like
fun.
the fifth one, I think.
Oh,
So
was that the one that we did play this one a lot, but was it back when we lived in Stony Run? Not the first time, the second time, like before you left for the Navy. Was it
uh
out about then?
no, no. That one
Ah,
came out when I was like
okay.
in middle school or something. So the one we played, this is how crazy it is. That one was like 9, MK9. And then that
Damn.
came out then, and then like 11 came out like a couple years ago. Like, big gap.
Big gap.
Let's see, hear me out. Let's do a draft NFL style of video game characters.
I mean, I that'd be cool. Like kind of like we did with I don't think that episode released yet though, but we did one of similarly of chip flavors.
Yeah.
We were drafting for offense.
Oh yeah, yeah. The fantasy football. We streamed it, but yeah, it
Yeah.
hasn't come out yet as an edited episode. But yeah, yeah, we could draft it. Is that what you mean, like NFL style, like for positioning,
Yeah,
or do
like
you mean
like
like just yeah?
Mega
Because
Man would be my QB.
yeah,
Like
he's got a fucking cannon. I'd pick Samus, but whatever.
oh, nice. Oh, oh, Samus is just in a suit.
That's
I
true,
was like, why was Samus not in it?
dude. Producer Brandon's like, what about Samus? I was like, she's in a suit. She's an actual
That's
person.
just a suit.
Just a suit. It's kind of like Iron Man. All right, later,
Yeah,
Jack. Thanks
yeah,
for stopping by and shit, dude.
yeah.
I'll make sure you don't get banned by Streambelt Labs. So, yeah, I think we could do that. I mean, I think that's anything that's like a draft with like stupid shit is always a good idea.
I
Um,
do like these tier lists though. I feel like we got a lot of like good. Like I was only supposed to be here for an hour, and it's been 2 hours of like, it just like flew by. I think that's pretty cool.
yeah. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to take your whole day up there,
No,
but
you're
yeah,
good.
it'd
But
be
yeah, we
hard.
should do a tier. I'd be into doing a tier list of Mortal Kombat characters, or like even a tier list of
Because if you did like video game characters, like
that'd be
it'd be a
massive.
lot, but like yeah,
Yeah,
you could like Solid Snake and shit like that. S.
yeah,
But you know what I'm saying.
yes, yeah. I'd
S.
definitely draft him for my team.
Yeah.
Honestly, I you would think like you'd be like, oh, Snake
Stream
Plissken,
boom.
slot receiver? Nah, that
No.
dude's a bona fide outside weapon, outside option.
You got spam.
Got some spam, bro.
That's right. You know you made it when you get spam.
So they'll flag him capitalizing things, but can't pick up on
Right.
spam.
Yeah, right. Can't pick up on a bot, dude. A bot can't
Yeah.
sense another bot. It's a fucking loophole. Mega
What
Man would
about
play for the Broncos.
I'm drafting Ooh, good call on Bowser. Ooh,
Oh, that's a good
uh,
call. Yeah.
tier list for like Mario Kart, like
Oh yeah,
characters.
characters.
That'd be kind of
Yeah,
cool. Or like Mario characters. It doesn't have to
yeah.
necessarily be Mario Kart, but like, oh, this Mario sports character. So like Bowser's usually like the heavy, like he'll in baseball he's knocking dongs. Uh,
You mean,
uh,
yeah, homers, yeah, hitting
yeah,
dongs left and right. I was gonna say I do want to figure out how to do like a soundtrack thing, like video game soundtracks,
that'd be cool.
but like a tournament style. But then like if you never heard of it, maybe you play a clip, whichever one you vibe with more. You
Yeah,
pick that,
yeah,
particularly with like Mike or Billy, because I'm sure that some games they didn't play. But
sure.
like I think that'd be cool too. And you do like a tier list of that. Donkey Kong tight end, dude, you got them hands, dog.
And then
Yeah,
we were talking about
it's good.
doing a brand new like bracket.
Yeah, I wanted to do a brand new song bracket. Um, Josh said he'd be in it. Patozik said he's
Yeah.
down. Dylan left me on red, so I mean, I can ask. I'll ask Mike. I don't think he really listens to him enough, but
I agree with Will. The 007 like GoldenEye pause menu music.
it's tough. That's a good one.
That's iconic.
Yeah, it's see like that might be it. You can't beat that. Or if you
Yeah.
did like, I just think it'd be cool like if you had it. There's a way where I think you could play the next one, which one
Yeah.
wins?
Yeah.
Because like that way like, and like so like I played it a lot as a kid. Maybe Mike didn't play it a lot as a kid, and then like if you hear it, the like the deciding factor. Because the
Yeah.
guy who
Yeah.
did, like who never played it, so like I just like the song better, and you're like, all right,
For sure.
it goes through. Yeah, I was gonna do songs, and then just for like brand new's back, they're starting to tour again. Why not just jump on that and talk about it? And there's quite a bit of us that are big fans. Not every one of us,
Yeah.
but quite a bit. So I don't know how I'm gonna divide it up.
I feel like you could do regions based on album, but then like so
I thought about
one
that,
region
but
is
then I
like
was like, yeah, that way like at least get like some representation of.
but I do kind of agree when you're like I was thinking about that, but like if you mixed them all up and just did like Deja Entendu is probably gonna have like 10 songs you want to put on there.
Mhm.
Devil and God's probably gonna have like 8 songs you want to put on. You know what I mean? Science fiction probably like 3 or 4. Daisy probably like 3 or 4. But you could like still mix those up.
Yeah,
Um, and like maybe like Bought a Bride has a massive run because it got like
yeah,
a
it's
good.
kind of like we did like Christmas movies with Billy, and like I can't remember what movie it was, but it had like the easiest run. You know what I mean? Like, and it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
not a great movie, but it was going against the easiest shit, so it ended up in the final four or some shit. So like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I did think at first I'd just do all. Um, hold on, let me just. I would do all. What can I get over here? Basically, all the fucking songs, but
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
That'd be a lot. I don't know how many songs they have. Do you know?
All right. Well, you're actually exposing your entire strategy. So like, if you're gonna be on the get the like now I'm like, oh, Crash Bandicoot as a running back. Hell yeah, I'm gonna steal that. Because that
Shit.
spin move, that
Yeah,
spin
the
move is
spin
like,
move, man.
yeah.
He's like letting it all.
Um,
Now you know. Um,
but yeah, I probably do have to head out. Um, but this
yeah,
was
I'm
a lot of
trying to.
fun. I like this tier list.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. It's pretty good. Oh, here I am.
Yeah.
Sorry. One
It
second.
also was good because it had like a visual component. Like you could
Mm.
immediately like get on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Like you can see what we're doing,
Yeah.
and then like we had enough guys. Thanks for everyone for in the chat. Will,
Yeah.
Jack, Kevin when you were here earlier, because like you were able to
Chris
contribute.
Bread made
Chris
a
Bread. I don't know where she went. She just said hey and she dipped out. Thanks for stopping by though. But it was good that you guys could contribute and tell us that we
yeah,
suck and that Wally apparently is awesome and we just don't fucking give him respect that he deserves. And I get it.
for sure.
Appreciate you. Like 85 chats, dude. That's what I got right here. I haven't checked them. My God,
Nice.
pretty good.
Pretty
Maybe
good.
it's part of you're trying to fucking throw us off, Will. Okay. Jeez. But yeah, I guess so. We're gonna wrap it up, boys.
All right.
Thanks everyone stopping by again. If
Thanks
you
for listening.
haven't,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you do, Will, but go follow us on Spotify and YouTube and all that good stuff. We got all the old videos and episodes. We got Discord too. If you want to talk shit, jump on that. Yeah. All right, dudes. Chris, you don't have to jump out right now, but I'm gonna end the stream.
All right. Jen and Sofa
Yeah,
out.
cool. Jen and Sofa out.